Right, partial fractions, a nice 5 marks to begin with, and it's the type where you've got a repeated root on the bottom line. All we need to remember is when we turn this into partial fractions, we need to deal with the repeated root. So the x plus 1, that's fine, that's just going to be a over x plus 1. But the x minus 2 squared, we need to have that both as an x minus 2 squared and also as a single x minus 2 bracket. So we need to split this up into 3 things. Now if ever you get a repeated root on the bottom, you must remember to do that. Now when we multiply through by the denominator, we get x squared minus x minus 11. This, well, what would happen? The x plus 1 would cancel out, so it's a lots of x minus 2 squared. The x minus 2 squared would cancel out, so it's b lots of x plus 1. And one of the x minus 2 brackets would cancel, so it's c lots of x plus 1, x minus 2. We've got 3 unknowns, so we're going to have to sub in 3 values. There are only 2 values that are obvious. The first obvious value is x equals 2, because that would knock out that bracket. So let's do that. If x is 2, the left-hand side would be, what, 4, take away 2 is 2, take away 11 would be minus 9. A times 0, c times 0, b times 3. So b is minus 3, it's a good start. Minus 1 also stands out as an obvious x value to sub in. So we're going to put x equals minus 1 into that. Minus 1 squared would be 1. Minus minus 1 would make it 2. Take the 11 is minus 9 again. Sub negative 1 into that. And we get minus 3 squared, which is 9. The minus 1 knocks out that expression and also that one. So a is negative 1. What do we do about this then? How do we deal with the fact that we've used up all of our obvious values? What should we do? Yeah, any number that we like now, any one that we haven't already used, we could sub 1 in. 0 is often easy to work with, isn't it? If we sub in x equals 0, we get that minus 11 is, what would that be, 4a plus b, and then minus 2c, yeah. Which leaves us with, well, a was minus 1, so that's minus 11 is minus 4, minus 3, minus 2c. I think we get c equals, well, we've got minus 7, and we're adding the 11, so c equals 4, 2c equals 4, so c equals 2. Is that right? So we've now got that x squared minus x minus 11 over x plus 1 x minus 2 squared is, is it alright if I rearrange the order of this, because the only one that's positive is c, so let's write that fraction first. That's 2 over x minus 2. A was minus 1, so minus 1 over x plus 1. B was minus 3. So that is my partial fractions. That was the 5 marks at the start of this. Then it wanted us to integrate it. So now, in part 2, it said, find the exact value, giving your answer in the form a plus ln b, where a and b are rational numbers. So now we want to integrate it. We're integrating 2 over x minus 2, minus 1 over x plus 1, minus 3 over x minus 2 squared dx. I mentioned this a little bit earlier about people get carried away at their great success in sorting out the partial fractions. They're excited about that, and they just go straight along and make them all natural log things, but it's not. The first two are, that's twice the natural log of x minus 2, it's okay. That one would be minus the natural log of x plus 1. That one's alright. This one, well actually of course this is minus 3 times x minus 2 to the minus 2, which is not a natural log one. This is an ax plus b to the n form. So that would be, well, what would we have? We'd have 3 over, oh, hang on. It is going to be positive, isn't it? Because we're going to be divided by minus 1. So we've got 3 over the minus 1 and x minus 2 to the minus 1. What did it say about the question? Oh, it's between 3 and 4. So we've got it between those limits. Now we need to put the limits in that. I think I'll leave it like that to put the limits in. So let's put in the 4 first. That's 2 ln 2 minus the natural log of 3. And then 4 to equal 2 would be 2, so that's 3 over 2. First one?
4 plus 1 isn't 3.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. Who would have thought that? That might be 5. Thanks. And then if we sub in the 3, we've got 2 ln 1 minus the natural log of 4. And then that's plus 3 over 1. We've got to try and simplify this as much as we possibly can. Let's write this 2 ln 2 is natural log of 4, isn't it? Because it's ln 2 squared. Minus ln 5. Natural log of 1 is 0, so that disappears. We've got minus ln 4, so plus natural log of 4. And we've also got 3 over 2 minus 3. Minus 3 over 2 there. So I think we're ending up with natural log of 16 over 5 minus 3 over 2. And there is what we wanted, which was a plus ln b. Alright. A plus ln b. Oh, I don't think we have to do that. There we go. Whew.